Hello and welcome to another video with me, Rauchenwald. Now in today's video I'm going to share with you a few simple tips and tricks to maximize your earnings within CoinApp, an application that rewards you with an in-app currency called coin that you can exchange for cryptocurrency like the XYO token, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or physical rewards like Apple AirPods, iPads and other stuff, by simply sharing your location data and geomining. So it's not a fully passive application or way of earning. You'll actually have to invest at least a little bit of time. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get the most out of CoinApp with the least amount of effort. And while I will do my best to keep this video as short as possible, unfortunately or luckily enough, depending on how you look at it, CoinApp really offers a bunch of different features and ways how you can earn coin that you can, as said, then redeem for physical rewards or cryptocurrencies to actually get a monetary benefit out of using CoinApp. So I do my best to cover everything in the shortest amount of time possible, and I'll also do my best to cover the paid features that boost your earnings, like for example the physical NFC card or Bluetooth dongle that you can buy on the CoinApp website, and also obviously the paid subscriptions that also boost your earnings. So that in the end, after watching this video, not only will you know how to earn the most on the free plan, but you'll also be able to better judge if either getting one of the physical devices for a one-time purchase or going for a subscription or going for both is actually profitable in your case. And based on my experience, I already decided that I will definitely go for the Pro subscription that comes at $34.99 if I remember it right. And additionally, I also ordered not only one of the physical devices, but the NFC card and the Bluetooth dongle to boost my earnings further. Because I strongly believe that for me, getting those devices and the Pro subscription will actually be profitable in the long run based on how my days are structured, how much time I can spend on the phone, and how I can integrate the tasks that I have to do within CoinApp in my daily workflows and daily routines. For you, this might be a different scenario, and for you, it might not be profitable at all, but that's what this video is for, to show you on which plans, on the free plan, one of the paid plans, on the free plan with one of the physical devices and so on, you'll actually end up earning the most. And with that, we can already jump into CoinApp, and as usual, I've opened the app up on my phone. I'm going to share the screen with you guys here. The first thing I want to mention here, if you're just signing up for CoinApp, which you can by the way do by using the link in the description down below or the first pinned comment that will give you 1000 coin sign up bonus, you will not see the same icons I see, and as mentioned in my original review, you will just have to press that blue pickaxe icon manually to basically first unlock the Auto Explore feature. So you see Auto Explore at the bottom, which is active for me right now, and to also unlock all the other additional features that you currently can see on my screen. In addition to that, even once you've unlocked everything, you might not see all these icons on the right side of the screen. You will have to basically click on the plus icon in the top right corner, and you see that there is like a pin icon next to some of the things like the bonus drops, the HODL rewards, background rewards, and the extension devices. And you basically decide which of those icons you want to have available on the right hand side of your screen, and which of those icons make sense for you to be on the screen depends on which features you plan to utilize. I've enabled everything right now so that I'm also able to cover everything in this video. Based on experience, I already know that many of you will not watch this video until the end, which is unfortunate because you might miss out on some tips and tricks on how to earn more within CoinApp. But because I know that I'm going to do you all a favor, and I'm going to start with the most important feature first, and that would be the background rewards. That's the robot icon on the right, which you also unlock after using the app for a little bit manually. However, don't worry, it will not take hours to unlock those features. It takes roughly 15 to at most 30 minutes of manually using the app until you have everything unlocked that you can use and that we will cover within this video. Now, as you can see, my robot icon right now says ready to collect because I've had the app run in the background, and when I press on that, I can collect 10.11 coins for having the app run in the background for 1.37 hours. Now I press collect here, and I can go to the robot icon again to see the actual robot background rewards screen. And this is an important part, and that's something that unfortunately I got wrong in my original review of CoinApp. because the app will not constantly mine for you in the background. If you pay close attention, you see that it says current charge 1.64 hours. And it also, on top of that, if you pay attention to where it says Basic, Plus and Pro, mentions that it can run for a maximum of 3 hours. I get one time the rewards and it takes 90 minutes to recharge. What that means is that for every 90 minutes that I actively use the app, or at least have it open in the foreground, I'm able to use the background miner, so have the app in the background and not on the foreground on the phone, but obviously don't quit the app, so it still needs to be in the background somewhere, for a maximum of 3 hours. On top of that, if you pay attention to the bottom two checkboxes, you will notice the 10 times boost for always location. So the background mining task would usually only give me the same rewards that I get from manually mining, but by granting the app always access to the location data, you actually receive a 10 times boost for background mining. Which means the longer you can mine in the background, the more you will actually earn because of this incredible boost. So if you would want to maximize your earnings on the free plan, you would have the app open for 90 minutes, so 1.5 hours, and then you would have it in the background for 3 hours, and then again 1.5 hours in the foreground, 3 hours in the background. You could do that by setting yourself reminders and alarms on your phone to kind of like switch at the perfect times. It's also not a big issue if you don't adhere exactly to those times, because as you see, I still right now have 1.72 hours background mining or background rewards charge left, which means technically the only thing that's important when you want to maximize your earnings would be that every time you are fully charged, so it reaches 3 hours of charge for your background rewards, you actually put the app for 3 hours in the background to get the maximum of those 3 hours with the 10 times mining boost. And this is, in my opinion, the one thing where the paid subscriptions make the biggest difference. Because if we check, for example, the Plus plan, not only will you suddenly get 2 times the reward background mining plus the 10 times boost for always location, but on top of that, you only have to keep the app in the foreground for 45 minutes to then have background rewards available for 6 hours. So you only have to use the app half the time in the foreground and can use it twice as long in the background with a basic 2 times rewards boost for the Plus plan, plus again the 10 times boost if you granted the always location access. And if we go further to the Pro plan, it becomes even better, because as you can see here, first of all, you get 3 times rewards that you would usually get, still combined with the 10 times rewards boost for always location. But the really amazing thing on the Pro plan, and it's the main reason why I'm gonna go for it, is you only need to have the app in the foreground for 30 minutes and you'll be able to use it in the background for 9 hours. So with the Pro plan, you could, for example, in the morning when you get up and have breakfast, have the app open for 30 minutes using the auto explore feature, so what you see in the background, so that it automatically geomines the locations where you're currently at, and then have it 9 hours, so pretty much your entire working day or whatever you're doing during the day in the background, and earn 3 times the rewards plus 10 times location boost bonus, which pretty much maximizes your earnings. One thing I'm unfortunately not sure about yet, however, because I don't have the Pro plan yet, is if those 10 times boost for always location and the 3 times rewards stack in a way that it's then 30 times rewards, or if they stack in a way that it's 13 times reward. However, the biggest difference is the following. If we look again on the basic plan, we have 3 hours of background rewards and then 90 minutes, so 1.5 hours of recharging, which means if we look at a 9-hour window, we have 6 hours with background rewards and 3 hours where we have to have the app in the foreground, assuming that we manage to perfectly exactly after 3 hours and exactly after 1.5 hours bring the app in the foreground or put it in the background, with only the 10 times boost for always location and no additional boost. If we compare that with the Pro plan, well, there in 9 hours or 9 hours 30, so just a little bit more time, we actually have 9 hours of full boost. And not only do we get the 10 times always location boost, but also a 3 times basic boost. So in the end, you'll earn way more with this. Obviously, that's not all that these subscriptions have to offer, so there are other benefits as well. That, however, doesn't mean that they will be profitable for you. I just wanted to point out that this is one important reason why I personally am going for the Pro subscription and why others might consider it as well. because the background miner is definitely the feature you want to focus on to earn coins in the background. But again, summary, if you're on the basics, on the free plan, you will have to basically throughout your day over and over again actively use the app, or at least have it in the foreground, which means it will drain your battery also more, and it might, if you are on the road during the day, for example, cause you to run out of battery while you're still outside and have no ability to charge your phone right now. Whereas if you go for the Pro subscription, you likely won't have that problem, because you only have to use the app 30 minutes and then it runs 9 hours and collects for you in the background with an incredible boost of 3 times basic rewards plus the 10 times background always location rewards. In other words, the background rewards feature is kind of like a semi-passive thing, because you constantly have to put in a little bit of your time, depending on if you're on the free plan or on the paid plan. It's more of your time or less of your time to charge the background rewards, and then you can have it run in the background to passively earn more coins. But as mentioned, that's by far not the only way within CoinApp to earn coins, but it's the core feature within CoinApp. So actively mining for a little bit and then using the background rewards is kind of like the basic thing to understand and master and integrate into your daily flow to get the most out of CoinApp. But now that we've got that covered, we're going to quickly go through all the other features, and we're going to start with some of the passive aspects first. We're still staying on the right hand side of the app, and there you can see below the robot you see this pile of coins icon, and when I press that you can see that it says HODL rewards. So basically for you holding coins within CoinApp, or for you holding XYO tokens in a verified wallet, or for you providing liquidity on Uniswap for XYO tokens, well, you get interest. So for the coins that you have within CoinApp, you receive 3.6% interest per year that are paid to you daily. And as you can see, over the last 15 days, I actually earned 6.64 coins this way. It's obviously not a fortune. It won't make you rich, but it's nice to have, and it's fully passive. All you have to do is once per day, once this orange tile on the right with the coins filled up, click on it and press the collect button. As for the verified wallet, so for XYO tokens that you hold in a wallet that's verified, where you receive 0.7%, for that you would have to go to my.coinapp.co, log in there, and then go to verify in the menu and use, for example, MetaMask to basically verify your Ethereum wallet, so that your CoinApp account is more or less linked with that Ethereum wallet, so that CoinApp for your account checks the XYO balance in that wallet and then also gives you that interest, which is something I'm going to do once my first payout of roughly 300 XYO tokens that I requested yesterday will be processed. It also will not be a fortune, but it will make a small difference in the long run. One thing to consider here now is obviously the interest for having coins within CoinApp is way higher than the interest for holding XYO tokens. So should you maybe not redeem your coins and just hold them in the app? The answer to that, in my opinion, is a definitive no, because when you redeem your coins, you get roughly $5 worth of XYO tokens for 10,000 coins. So if you hold your coins in CoinApp and never redeem them, well, you would get more interest in coin. However, every time you redeem your coin, you receive roughly $5 worth of XYO tokens for roughly 10,000 coin, which means that if the price of XYO tokens increases, which is what we're all hoping for when we're using CoinApp to earn XYO tokens, then you actually might end up, in quotes, losing money or losing balance, because you still have coin, which means when you then redeem them, you will receive less XYO tokens. So in my personal opinion, it makes sense every time when you reach the minimum amount to redeem coins to do so, and then to hold your XYO tokens, and potentially, as said, verify your Ethereum wallet as well to receive the interest on those XYO tokens within CoinApp as well. As for Uniswap liquidity, well, that's a totally different topic that we're not going to dive into in this video. There are plenty of tutorials on how Uniswap works already on YouTube, so if you're curious on that specific aspect, well, I recommend you just check for Uniswap provide liquidity tutorials on YouTube. One thing to point out here is not only for the XYO token, but in general, if you use your cryptocurrency to provide liquidity on Uniswap, not only would you in this case get interest within CoinApp for the liquidity that you provide, but you'll also get interest for transactions on Uniswap that use your liquidity to basically make them possible. So Uniswap is something you definitely want to look into, but if you're just getting started with cryptocurrency, then put it on a do later list, because it's not something basic that any beginner has to know, understand, and fully know how to do. With that, we've pretty much covered the HODL rewards, which is the first passive feature within CoinApp, which takes us to the next feature on the list. And in this case, we're again looking at a kind of semi-passive feature, and that would be Geoclaims, which is the flag icon in the bottom right. And if I press on that, you can see that it highlights Kiev and that there is like a purple square overlaying a certain area. And this is basically the area I'm currently in. Now, Geoclaims work in a way that everybody in this purple area that is not on a paid plan basically pays 10% of the coins that they geomine into a pool. Now you can see this pool is currently 71.43 coin. That geoclaim always lasts for a week, so every Monday it resets. And I can pay coins, and as you can see I already paid 5 coin, and I could increase that in increments of 5 to buy a share of that square. Now right now my ownership among the 7 owners, so there are 6 other users that paid at least 5 coin for the square, is less than 1%, which means out of those 71.43 coin, I will likely get less than 1%, so 0.7 coin. Now here it really depends on the area you are in, how many CoinApp users are there, how many of those are actively using Geoclaims, and you might have to just give it a try here and there. In my first week I actually made 200 coins profit with the Geoclaim, and last week I actually lost I think 60 coins, so I paid more than I actually got out of it, but it's another passive way to increase your coin balance. This is, however, one feature that's very interesting if you're moving around at least a little bit, or if you're traveling a lot, because you're not limited to setting a claim on this one square that you see on your screen. But if I were to go, for example, into the city center of Kiev right now, I would see the square for this area there, and I could set another claim there. So you can have multiple claims within different areas, assuming that you are within that area during the week, and then simply pay or add your 5 coin increments to buy your share of that area. Which means that chances are you might find an area where more CoinApp users are active. That could be, for example, an office district where a lot of people that might use CoinApp during the week go for work and therefore have CoinApp run in the background. Well, if you then also go in that area and you stake your Geoclaim and get a high enough percentage, it might turn out to be a highly profitable endeavor for you. However, as said, it really is like a try and error to figure out in which Geoclaim areas that whole thing will be profitable consistently. The last thing to mention here in regards to Geoclaims is the difference between the free and the paid plans. If you are on the free plan, as mentioned, 10% of the coins that you geomine actually go into that pool and are then distributed among the owners of the Geoclaim. Whereas if you're on the paid plan, you keep those 10% and CoinApp itself provides the 10% to the pool, so they are not lost, the pool doesn't get smaller, it's just not taking out of your balance. Which means that besides the boost in background rewards that we already covered for the paid plan, going for one of the paid plans also will automatically increase your earnings by 10% because they do not go into the Geoclaim pool. And on top of that, if you go for the Pro plan, so for $34.99 per month, you'll actually get another 10% Geoclaim bonus. Now, I don't know if that applies to the amount of coins that gets added from your balance into the pool, or if that gets added to the Geoclaims that you get out of the pool if you staked your claim. But what I know is that it will also again increase your earnings if you're using Geoclaims to some extent. Now that we've covered Geoclaims, there's yet another passive feature, and that would be the bonus drops. And you can access that feature by clicking on the purple box icon on the right hand side of the screen. And as you can see, those bonus drops happen once per week. And basically, the more you use CoinApp, the more coins you accumulate, the higher your so-called bonus drop power goes, and therefore the higher the reward that you get goes. And as you can see, during the last 15 days, I actually received 625 coins just from that background bonus feature. And as you can also see based on the small text below the progress bars, if you go for one of the paid subscriptions, your multiplier here will always start at 3.0, which means instead of starting your week at a 1.0 multiplier and working your way up, usually the last 2 weeks I reached 3.1 or so in a 7-day period. Well, you already started 3.0, which means your bonus drops every week will be higher as well, potentially probably at least twice the amount that I get, probably even more. And that pretty much covers the passive earning features within CoinApp. First of all, you have your HODL rewards for having coins within CoinApp, holding XYO tokens in a verified wallet, or providing liquidity in Uniswap. Second of all, we have the Geoclaims that you can do weekly, where basically at the beginning of the week you spend a few seconds to pay for your share, and then you wait till the end of the week to get your share of the Geoclaim. And last but not least, we have the weekly bonus boxes or bonus drops that you get for being active for using the app and earning or geomining coins. And since that covers all the passive ways to earn coins within CoinApp, well, let's look at the active ways how you can earn coins within CoinApp, especially since we mentioned when we talked about the background rewards that you have to use the app or at least have it in the foreground a certain amount of time per day or every couple of hours to recharge the background rewards feature. And while it's sufficient to just have the app in the foreground and use the Auto Explore feature, you obviously end up earning more if you actively use the app and actually take advantage from some of the other things the app has to offer. First of all, if we look on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see the play button, which while you're using the app actively is a great way to earn more coin, because it means for watching ads, you earn up to 8 coins for basically having an ad run for 30 seconds. And I'm not going to watch the ad right now, but usually when I'm using the app actively, I'm watching every ad that shows up, because it's, in my opinion, one of the fastest ways to earn coins, because you don't have to do anything, just let the ad play, close it, and you earn a set up to 8 coins. There may be ads that pay even higher rewards, but for me personally, in the last 2 weeks, the highest one I saw was 8 coins, and I actually see an 8 coin ad at least 2 or 3 times per day. Right after watching ads, while you're using the app actively, we're still staying on the left-hand side of the screen. You see this icon with the 3 stars above the green play icon for the ads, and that is witnessing big geoclaims. Now, whenever that icon appears and you press it, you will see a list of big geoclaims, and you have to act fast to confirm them. And the first 200 witnesses, so the first 200 people that confirm a geoclaim, receive a share of that claim. And if you manage to be among the first 5, depending on the size of the geoclaim, you'll actually are able to get more than 1 coin in many cases in rewards just for pushing that button. Now, there is no real purpose to scrolling down and basically confirming the geoclaims that you obviously already missed, unless you are planning to eventually go for the Master subscription, which is an invite-only subscription that basically provides you with a few minor benefits compared to the Pro subscription. But we're not going to cover that in this video, because that would require you anyway to have at least 6 months of the Pro subscription and a few other requirements before you can get invited in the first place. One thing to mention here with the big geomines or witnessing of big geomines is that whenever you open that window, you will see a refresh button at the bottom, and you can refresh the list 3 times, and will always take a couple of seconds before that button recharges and you can refresh it again. And after that, you pretty much can only close the window and basically move on with actively using the app. So whenever you're actively using the app, in my opinion, the best way to maximize your earnings is watch every ad that is offered while you're actively using the app, and whenever those star icons appear on the left side above the play button, instantly press that and witness the big geoclaims to get your share of those claims as well. Besides that, obviously the only other way to actively use the app is to actually geomine. So you can have the Auto Explore feature enabled, but to speed things up, you could manually clear tiles. Because as you notice, every time you geomine a tile, it changes a little bit in color, and then it takes a few minutes for that tile to be available again, which slows down your earnings. However, if you press on a tile that has been geomined recently, well, you can confirm this dialog that you want to play a mini game, and then by playing mini games like this one here, you can basically reset that tile instantly, so you basically can geomine the same tile again, which helps you to earn more coin faster because you don't have to wait that long. And this is also one of the things where it makes a difference if you're on the free or on one of the paid plans, because on one of the paid plans, your mining speed is 2 to 3 times faster, depending on if you're on the Plus or the Pro plan, which again will boost your earnings as well. And those are pretty much the active mining features that you have available to increase your earnings. There is one other thing, it's kind of like a semi-active or semi-passive feature, and that is called your home tile. You will learn about that during the tutorial for sure, so during the first 15 to 30 minutes of using the app manually. However, in order for me to get it to show up right now, I actually would have to focus on mining the same tile 3 times. So I would need to make sure that I 3 times clear the same tile, and hopefully my Auto Explorer doesn't in the meantime mine another tile. And the way you notice that your home tile is activated is because you would see a blue square around the tiles, so there would be a blue border that covers, I think, 3 times 3, so a total of 9 tiles. And on the left side above these star icons, you would see a house icon. Now the home tile is very interesting because what it does is for every hour that you stay within that home tile, you receive a 10% boost up to 100%. If you, however, geomine outside of that home tile, it will reset your bonus that you have from the home tile, and you could set a new home tile. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the home tile. I have it enabled on 2 devices that we anyway have running and that are stationary. So we have an Android phone that's somewhere in our apartment, and we have an iPad that's somewhere on the other side of our apartment. And on both of them, CoinApp is pretty much running 24/7 in the foreground. And there the benefit is obviously using the home tile and getting the full 100% bonus that even on the free plan we earn more this way. For you, it will depend on how much you actually move. One reason why I'm not a fan of the home tile is because by default it's enabled with a home shield, which means if your blue dot goes outside of the home tile, it will not automatically geomine to prevent the home tile from disappearing. Which means, for example, let's say you go to work. At work, the home tile appears because you're mining the same location 3 times, and then you go for lunch somewhere outside. Well, you wouldn't geomine during your lunchtime because the home shield would prevent the auto mining from working outside of the home tile. So if you then forget basically to manually reset or remove the home tile, you would miss out on mining. And overall, the 100% boost that the home tile gives you after you spend 9 or 10 hours in the same area is, in my opinion, not worth it, but it's still something I wanted to mention. And since I already brought it up, you might ask yourself, does it make sense to get additional devices and place them throughout your apartment or house to basically have them stationary? I don't think it is. We already have those devices and they're anyway running for other reasons as well, so we might as well do it. But I'm quite sure that it's not profitable to specifically buy an additional phone or tablet just for the use with CoinApp. However, if you have additional devices, you might consider it. But you should also be aware that the tiles that you see on the map actually are shared. So if my Android phone on the other side of the apartment would actually currently mine those tiles, it would make it harder for my account to earn more because those tiles would be locked unless I'm actively using the app and I'm actively clearing tiles as showed by playing those mini games, in which case I can speed up the earning for all devices because I can also clear the tiles from other devices which would show up in gray on the map then in that case, which then would mean they would also be able to mine more. One thing here to point out is when another device is mining next to you, as said, you will see gray tiles on the map and there will be another icon on the left hand side. It's kind of like a proximity thing. And that icon will indicate how many other users are close by right now. It doesn't work completely reliable in my experience because sometimes I can stand next to our iPad and it doesn't show up. However, there is also one thing to mention here, and that is if you are on the Pro plan and another user on the Pro plan is next to you, you get another 10% bonus, and that bonus stacks up to a total of 100%. So technically, if 10 people with a Pro subscription would geomine with CoinApp in the same area, so very close to each other, they all would receive 100% bonus. But on the other hand, it would also be harder to actually geomine because obviously if there would be 10 points on the map right now, geomining locations or tiles, well, unless most of those users actively clear those tiles by playing the mini games to free them up quite instantly again, you might technically get a 100% bonus for having 9 other subscribed players around you. But in reality, if nobody clears the tiles, it means that 9 out of 10 tiles will be mined by other users, which doesn't compensate for just getting a 100% bonus. I was playing with the idea if it's worth to also get the Pro subscription for our other devices, but since I don't have the time to actually actively make sure to rotate them between foreground and background to get the maximum out of the background rewards, I think it's a bad idea and just burning money if you consider you have multiple devices and getting subscriptions for all of them to get the additional bonus from the close by proximity feature as a Pro subscriber or a Plus subscriber. But as said, it's something I also wanted to mention. And I know this video is already way longer than my usual videos, but I wanted to make sure to cover all the tips and tricks and methods how you can earn a coin. And we are almost done here. There's just one more thing left to cover, and that are the physical devices. And we can access them by pressing the gray icon on the right side at the bottom of the list, so below the stack of coins, to see the available physical devices right now. And as you can see, there are currently two devices. Both are called SentinelX. One is called BLE for Bluetooth Low Energy, and the other one is called NFC because it's a card with an NFC chip. They both have one basic feature in common, and that is that they give you a 12 times boost or multiplier on your geomine earnings when you are within proximity or when you basically activate them in case of the NFC card. I'm going to mention or explain that in a second further. Or give you a 10% boost if you are on a paid plan. So if you have one or both of those physical devices on the paid subscription, you get 10% more coins. If you do it on the free plan, you get a 12 times multiplier. The one core difference between those two devices is with the NFC card, you will have to tap it to your phone every 3 to 4 hours to keep that 12 times multiplier going, which means it's not possible for you to maintain that multiplier throughout the night unless you're only sleeping 3 to 4 hours. Whereas with the Bluetooth dongle, all you have to do is pair it with your phone, and anytime the Bluetooth dongle is within reach of your phone, which theoretically is up to 150 meters, you will receive the 12 times multiplier on the free plan, and as said, the 10% boost on the paid plans. And besides that difference, so that the Bluetooth dongle works kind of passively as long as it's nearby, and the NFC card is something that you'll have to tap to your phone every couple of hours, there's also one other difference, and that is how those devices work with other geomine accounts in the area. With the NFC card, it will serve as your referral link, so you can link it with your CoinApp account, and whenever you tell somebody about CoinApp, you can just tap the card to their phone, assuming it has NFC or supports NFC, and it will open the CoinApp download with your referral link, and you as a result will receive 10% referral rewards for all the coins that they geomine within CoinApp. With the Bluetooth dongle, on the other hand, it's even better because every CoinApp user that's within range of that Bluetooth dongle will automatically help you earn a little bit more. They don't have to pair their phone with the Bluetooth dongle, it just has to be within reach, and they obviously would have to have Bluetooth enabled, which I think most people have constantly enabled anyway. One thing I'm not sure yet, because as said, I ordered both of those devices, but I haven't received them yet, is if those boni will stack up. So if you get the Bluetooth dongle and the NFC card, can you get twice the 12 times multiplier or 20% boost on a paid plan, or can you only use one of those two? Personally, I plan to hang the Bluetooth dongle somewhere in the center of our apartment so that it reaches my device, but also reaches our other two stationary devices. And then on the paid plan will give me a 10% boost while giving a 12% boost to our stationary devices on the free plan. And the NFC card, well, that's just something I got to also test it and see how it works and to figure out if the boni in the end stack. And just in case you're wondering now how you can get those devices and if they're worth it, usually both of those devices are $50 one-time purchase plus $12 shipping within the US, or roughly $18 shipping internationally. However, right now, and that's the main reason why I also went for the NFC card, you can get the NFC card by paying shipping fees only, which means you only pay $12 or $13 shipping within the US, or $18 roughly shipping internationally, and you don't have to pay for the card itself. Which means obviously the NFC card, while probably slightly annoying because as said you have to tap it to your phone every couple of hours, is easier to justify because you have to earn less coins to actually receive enough XYO tokens to make your money back. Whereas with the Bluetooth dongle, it will obviously take more time to earn back the $60 to $70 that you paid for it, including shipping. One other nice aspect with the Bluetooth dongle is, however, because it has the proximity feature, so you earn coins whenever other CoinApp users are in the area. If you, for example, notice that there are a bunch of CoinApp users in a specific coffee shop, well, you could technically talk to the owner if it's okay to place the Bluetooth dongle, hang it somewhere in the coffee shop. And even if you wouldn't be there, because those people would then be in proximity to your Bluetooth dongle, you would earn more based on what they earn, so you would get a certain percentage. I'm not 100% sure about the percentage, but I think it's also 10% of what they geomine, which means, again, if you are able to place Bluetooth dongles in multiple locations where there are a lot of CoinApp users, well, you would actually earn a lot more coin in the long run. However, in the end, if we consider that it costs you $50 to get the Bluetooth dongle, ignoring shipping fees right now, and that for 10,000 coins you get roughly $5 worth of XYO tokens, it means that you need to reach 100,000 coins to basically make that investment back. And assuming that you get 10% rewards of the coins that people geomine with CoinApp in the proximity of your Bluetooth dongle, well, they would need to technically geomine 1 million coins for you to get those 100,000 back. So it's probably something very, very long term. Or you really know an area where there's really a ton of CoinApp users. As said, personally, I ordered both devices, and depending on how complicated it is and what kind of difference it makes, I might make separate videos about both devices, or I might end up making a video about both devices combined to basically show you how they work for me, if they're worth it, how their range is within our apartment and things like that. And while I think that for many users the devices might not necessarily be worth it, for the completeness of this video I also wanted to include and mention them. And that's pretty much it. Now, since you're still here, you're among the smaller percentage of users that is serious about maximizing their earnings. And I hope you were able to take a lot of information away from this video that helps you to actually maximize your coin earnings within CoinApp while reducing the amount of time you spend. As said, unfortunately, I cannot tell you for sure if the Pro or Plus plan will be worth it for you, because it really depends a lot on how your day is structured, how actively you can use the app, and also on other aspects like how big the weekly geoclaim in your area is, for example. But you should now be able to judge that for yourself, and you should now also be able to better know if it's worth it for you to consider buying one of the physical devices, so either the NFC card or the Bluetooth dongle, or not. As always, if you have any questions about CoinApp, don't forget you can always leave them in the comments down below. However, it would be even better if you check the description of the first pinned comment down below and use the link there to join our Discord community. There you can discuss CoinApp and pretty much any other project that I reviewed in the past with me and the community there, which means you get faster answers because it's more like a chat and not you write a comment, somebody replies in a few hours, you reply in a few hours. You get the idea. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. See you in one of my other videos. Till then, bye bye.